at Rivercity Pilates in North Liberty, Iowa. And with me today is Cassie, one of our instructors, who is also 29 weeks pregnant. Cassie has been working out, doing Pilates throughout her whole pregnancy. Today, what we wanted to do is just to show you a little bit of what we've been doing with Cassie to adjust for her changing body throughout pregnancy. Pilates is really great for pregnancy, the method itself, because it's so adaptable and we can really change and modify things to find exercises that continue to strengthen and give Cassie flexibility for her body as the baby grows and her shape is changing. So we are going to start today and we're going to use our chair. We're going to have Cassie, she's going to kind of scoot to the front edge and push the paddle all the way down to the bottom. And I'm going to have her go nice and wide with the feet. So a little bit of turnout, comfortable on there, so that she has to work from the backs of the legs to keep the paddle down. And then just finding her nice tall spine. And she's just going to start off with some breathing here. Finding that big Pilates breath that really expands our rib cage, and as she exhales, just that gentle contraction of those core muscles to create length through her spine. So we'll talk a lot about kind of creating or maintaining space and space for baby, which is very important as baby gets bigger. And we'll have her do just one more breath on there, just really filling up with that breath, creating that nice tall spine. And then we're going to just start by warming up the spine a little bit. Cassie's just going to reach the arms out in front of her. As she inhales, she's just going to curl the tail and gently round the spine. And then as she exhales, she can press the arms back and do a little extension, a little arching. And we'll just flow back and forth through that. So an inhale, that nice big breath, and then that exhale, opening the shoulders, getting that lift and extension. The whole time she's focusing on length. It's not necessarily a super big movement, but we're really getting that movement and opening everything up. Let's have her do one more in there. That nice big inhale, and then that exhaling. Good, and then just dropping those arms beside her. She's gonna keep the paddle down, keep that tall spine. We'll do a little side bending. So she'll take one arm up by the ear as she inhales, just lengthening up and over. And then as she exhales, growing that little bit taller as she comes back to center, just alternating. We'll do about 3 on each side, creating that lift and lengthen. And that whole time she's working from the legs to kind of push that paddle of the chair down. That nice big breath to open the ribs and make that space. And then back. Good. A lot of our work we do up throughout pregnancy is really that maintaining and creating stability, and then also just that flexibility as the body changes and we get tight from that posture of pregnancy. And then we'll have her come back. Good. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a footwork series on here as well. So I'm going to have Cassie do Pilates V on the toes, balls of the feet, as wide as she can in here. We've got like a wide frog position. So this is great hip opening. She's going to keep that nice tall spine. She's going to start and just let the paddle come up as high as she can come up and just maintain her tall spine. And we're just going to hold for a few breaths here, really just working on hip opening and creating that nice length. And that little bit of pressure from that spring will help open the hips on there. Right, and then we're going to inhale, she'll press the paddle down just to where she can maintain her tall spine. Exhale as the paddle comes back up. And so that nice continual breath, she's really working on being up on her sitting bones and just having that nice lengthened posture. Having to work all those muscles that kind of support us in that position. So that big inhale, and then that nice big exhale to come back up. And we'll have her do 2 more on there. With that nice hip opening on there, and one more time. And then back up. Good. And then we're going to end today with another little variation of footwork. Kind of like a little figure 4 stretch or piriformis stretch. So she's going to cross one leg over the other as comfortable as she can on there. She's going to be nice and tall again. And then go ahead and let the paddle come up and just find that place where it's as high as it can come up and you're still keeping that nice tall spine. So this is a great stretch on those hips. And it's also a lot of work. So it's not a lot of movement, but it's a lot of work to maintain this tall spine. as that paddle is pressing up. We're gonna add a little movement to it. So as she inhales, she's gonna push the paddle down. And then as she exhales, just letting the paddle come up to that place where she can keep that nice tall posture. And then we'll do that again. We'll inhale, press down. And then that exhale to open. Good. Let's do 2 more in there. And just getting that nice hip opening, working on that lift and lengthen through our spine. And then back up. Good. And then we'll switch and do the other leg. So we'll cross the leg over, open it up. Find that nice tall spine, and just start with that little stretch. So just finding that tall spine and just letting that paddle come up. So these exercises we're doing today are not just for pregnancy. They're great for everybody, and they will feel really good, especially great during pregnancy. So we'll do one more big breath there, as if she's just sitting up against a wall, nice and tall. And then we'll add a little movement. So we'll inhale, do that little press down. And then as she exhales, just that hip opening as the leg comes up. Nice continual breath. Yeah. And once again, a lot of work, a nice stretch through that hip. And then one more on there. And then back up, good. And then you can take that foot off there and let the paddle come all the way up. So these are just a little, these exercises, a little taste of some of the things we've been doing with Cassie to kind of modify and change exercises as we go along with pregnancy. So be sure to check out Cassie's weekly blog at www.rivercitypilates.com, and we hope to see you soon.